In this video, we shall consider the topic paragraphing. In previous videos, we have considered how to write good letters and good essays. However, it is fundamental that you understand the concept of paragraphing if you would write top-notch essays, quality letters, and high-scoring compositions. That is why this video will concentrate on the concept and nitty-gritty of paragraphing. At the end of this video, this lesson, I expect that you can identify a good paragraph, clearly structure out a paragraph, and appropriately arrange sentences in a paragraph. A paragraph is a sequence of sentences which is written most of the time to discuss an idea as part of a letter or an essay. When you write a composition, when you write a letter, you divide your ideas into paragraphs, okay? And when you want to develop a particular idea, you develop it in a paragraph. If you move to another paragraph, that means you want to start talking about another idea entirely. Most of the time, when you have a topic before you, for instance, you want to write a letter to your uncle requesting for an increment in your pocket money, okay, you requesting, making that kind of request in that sense, then you must consider what are those things, what are those reasons you want to give your uncle. For instance, you want to tell your uncle you need to change your wardrobe, or you want to tell your uncle you need to buy some things in school. When you have your introduction, that will be the first paragraph. The second paragraph, where you want to talk about the first point, it is expected that you develop the related ideas. You want to talk about, okay, changing wardrobe, you can develop that in that paragraph. And when you move away from items related to the wardrobe and you want to talk about the school, then you should move to another paragraph. Then what are the features of a good paragraph? One, it is usually indented, and that is a slight line. Most of the time you can have an indented paragraph, or you have a block paragraph. Two, it consists of at least 4 sentences. There are several arguments as regards this. For instance, some people might say, okay, what if I'm writing compound sentences? What if I'm writing complex sentences, or I'm even writing compound complex sentences? Well, what I would advise is, if you are writing in simple sentences like I will show you in this video, then you should have minimum of 4 sentences in your paragraph. Interestingly, when you read novels or another creative writings, you discover that you can even have a whole page, and the only thing you have there, you just have one paragraph in a whole page. Okay, these are creative writing that is permissible, it's allowed there. But for formal writing, it is expected that you develop a paragraph and develop an idea in one paragraph. And how do you know when you are starting a new paragraph and when you are ending a new paragraph? That takes us to the third feature. There is a topic sentence, several supporting sentences, examples, and possibly a concluding sentence. So when you want to start the paragraph, you can put your topic sentence at the beginning, or you want to put your topic sentence at the end of the paragraph. Whichever way, the main idea you want to develop in that particular paragraph is your topic sentence. And your topic sentence is central, it is key in your paragraph. And what we are talking about when we make reference to several supporting sentences, it doesn't necessarily mean that supporting sentences must be for the idea. It can be against the idea. For instance, if you are writing a debate where you have to compare two things, two ideas, two entities, or two ideologies, in that sense you have to have supporting sentences, maybe going against the point because you want to make a clarification. Then you should have examples, of course, and possibly in your paragraph you should have a concluding sentence. Let's move on. Now you should note this before I begin to show you typical or specimen of good paragraph. You should note this: the determination to make in composing a given sentence is not the number of sentences, words, or letters, but the numbers of ideas. The rule is that each paragraph should focus on one idea or concept. When you shift to a new idea, shift to a new paragraph. You should note this. You should note this that when you are talking about the concept of paragraphing, you should be conscious of how you write, how you develop your paragraph, and you must be sure that you are building your paragraph on an idea. Let's move on. So a quick recap now about the class. Let's quickly see what is an indentation. We'll call it indentation. We're still talking about the same thing. It's just a slight space you leave when you are writing. You move it from the margin a little to start when you write, but most of when you type, you use the block margin, the block indentation. In this sense, you leave a complete line. You move to the next one. That will be the block margin. But for this one, indentation, you move in a little before you write the first letter of a particular paragraph, and subsequently you start very close to the margin. That's what we refer to as indentation. Now we talked about the minimum number of sentences initially. What about the maximum? What should be the maximum? Well, I would advise that you should have perhaps 8 or 9 sentences for simple sentences, of course, but depending on the idea you want to develop, and depending specifically, I'm stressing that, depending on the number of words required in your examination. So what is a topic sentence? I would answer that for you now. We'll see some examples. Let's see the first one. Now let's look at this topic sentence on trees. Now, we're talking about trees here. Now look at the paragraph. First thing, let's count the number of sentences we have here. We have one. The first sentence, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sentences in this paragraph. And let's see how it connects. Trees are useful to us. Okay, that is the topic sentence. They clean the air around us. On a hot day, they give us shade. We can use their wood to build our homes. Trees also help to keep the environment fresh. They provide us oxygen. Now you can see how the paragraphs are all connected. They are closely written, and one thing is they are all talking about the usefulness or the importance of what? Of trees. Let's see the next one on dog. Okay, a dog is a useful animal. It guards our home, our house. It provides us from burglars. It protects us from burglars. It plays with us and entertains us. It keeps us safe and makes our life easy. This is just how easy it is for you to write a good paragraph. Now let's quickly see, look at, we examine the first paragraph I gave on trees. Check again the second paragraph and count the number of sentences you have there. How many sentences do you have in that paragraph? Let's see. The next one, we want to consider a particular paragraph. We'll compare 2 different paragraphs, and I would want you to give your verdict about which one sounds better, which one will get a higher band. Let's start with the one here. My mother is a very busy person. She works 16 hours a day. She goes to the office early in the morning and comes back quite late at night. Sometimes she even works on Saturdays. She has no time for play or fun. The second one says, my mother is a busy person. My toy car is broken. The cows are grazing in the field. The sun sets in the west. We live in Dakota. My name is Kali Prasad. A mouse is a little creature. Now, if you look at these 2 paragraphs, obviously you understand that the first paragraph is building on the point, and the point is well developed with several supporting sentences. The topic sentence, of course, is my mother is a very busy person. My mother is a very busy person. Now, the writer proceeds by developing the paragraph by saying, okay, she works 16 hours a day. She goes to office early in the morning and comes back quite late at night. Sometimes she even works on Saturdays. Now, all of these are supporting sentences, developing the main sentence, which is my mother is a very busy person. But let's consider the second paragraph here. My mother is a very busy person. My toy car is broken. The cows are grazing in the field. The sun sets in the west. We live in Dakota. My name is Kali Prasad. A mouse is a little creature. You can see all these sentences are standing independently, and they are far away from one another because in idea they are not connected. There is lack of cohesion and coherence here. But in the first paragraph, you can see all the sentences are contributing to one idea, and it is central. And that is why I said that in your paragraph, you should identify a topic sentence and you develop them. Let's move. So I would want you to write an essay of just 5 paragraphs on how you have been spending your time during the stay-home holiday, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.